Midtown Fellowship, welcome to week 14 of our time together. We're getting close. You've hung in there. First Corinthians is a long book. There's a lot there, and we certainly aren't going to get to all of it. And so at week 14, we're actually going to look at the Lord's Supper, what we also know as communion, also known as the Eucharist throughout church history. And what does Paul intend for us when we take the Lord's Supper? You may hear of what we call fencing the table. You likely hear that anytime communion is given at our churches, where we talk about how it's sacred and how it's powerful, and how uh, Paul calls us to examine ourselves before we partake of this. All that is found here in this chapter here in week 14 and chapter 11. This is Paul outlining how we are to approach the table, because in the Corinthian church, the Corinthians being Corinthians, they were getting drunk at communion, and some people weren't eating at all. And it had become this kind of very strange, almost party. And Paul was like, that is not what we're going for when we do this in remembrance of the Lord. That this is to be done with reverence and with awe, that it's not to be done in an unworthy manner. Meaning that arrogance doesn't belong at the table, overindulgence doesn't belong at the table. That we come to this table as sinners who are looking to commune with God, not to get drunk and not to have a party. Um, and so Paul is lining out for us what it is that he actually longs to see in the Lord's Supper. So this is where we get all of that. If you're wondering, whenever we are partaking of the Lord's Supper, either once a month or every week, depending on where you attend. Um, that this isn't just something we made up kind of along the way. This finds its root in Scripture, and that all that comes in this passage here during week 14. So it's pretty straightforward. We'll talk a little bit about the spirituality of what takes place, the mystic sweet communion that happens in the elements. What is God present? Is Jesus present there? If he's in heaven, how is he at the table? All those things that we'll talk about. And so, um, again, I don't anticipate there being a lot of questions about this, but if so, please reach out to your discipleship director at your campus. Reach out to your pastors. We would love to talk to you further about this. So enjoy week 14 of our time together. We're almost at the end.